Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the farm. It is Saturday, August 10th, and it is pretty early out here this morning, but I'll show you back over here. So we spent yesterday getting the barn site cleared off the rest of the way. I've got the neighbor on his way over. He's bringing his tractor over. He's got a PTO driven wood chipper that goes on the back of his tractor, a 40 horsepower wood chipper. And so the pile of treetops there and the pile of treetops there, we're going to start chipping those up. We're going to put them in a separate pile off away from the tractor, or not inside the barn site here. So we'll have plenty of our own wood chips here to put either around the box beds or to put down in the garden next year whenever we start planting that garden. So I know permaculture is this big trendy word nowadays people are using. Around here, you know, people just call everything gardening. It's not, I know on this channel I say farmsteading a lot. Well, around here where we live in the country, it's just called life. It's the way people live, and that's kind of the same thing. I mean, people used wood chips for decades, generations out here around or in their gardens, and nobody ever called it permaculture. Nobody ever used any of these trendy words for their gardening purposes. It's kind of funny how that all's going on as of late. But anyway, we're going to get the barn site here, finish getting it cleaned up. Next step is I'm going to have to start working up on this cedar tree, but I've got to get this barn site cleared off. We've got to do a little bit more grade work on it. I've got to get my dad's coming over later. He's going to help out too. We're going to slope that back bank just a little bit. And then I don't know if I've told you all before or not, but here where the barn sits, our geothermal line runs from the house all the way out through here and does a horseshoe turn out here in the center of the barn. So once we get everything here leveled and get it all cleaned up, I'm going to have to get a line locating company out here to come out here and locate. I know within 2 or 3 feet of where the geothermal lines go, but I don't know exactly. And I need to know because it's getting really close to where we're going to be driving these posts down in for this barn. So I'm going to get a locating company out here to locate where these lines are. But that'll be after we get the rest of this stuff done. So anyway, I'm going to get over here. We got to get ready. The neighbor is on his way, so he'll be here in a little bit. Back there behind me, you see the Bobcat and my tractor sitting back over there. My tractor crapped out on me yesterday evening. I got to dig into it and figure out what's going on. I think I don't know. It started sparking and smoking pretty bad on me as I was dragging the last log off. Literally, as I drug the last log off the site, it started smoking, and then I turned it off and I went to restart it, and it started sparking really bad. Wasn't turning the starter over, but it was shooting a spark out from behind the steering column. So obviously I've either got a loose wire or an exposed wire in there. I'm gonna have to dig into that. Tractor's out of commission until I get that worked out. But thankfully the neighbor's on his way, and then we will update you on how that progress is going here in a little bit. Whoa, that was something else there, folks. So back there's the neighbor's tractor and wood chipper. And so I'm standing where the first big pile of treetop and all that stuff was at, all the smaller stuff that we cut out. So back over here, I'll go show you. Back over here's the pile of logs that we have cut for, some of it's going to be milled, some of it's going to be cut into firewood lengths and split and all that sort of stuff. Spin around over here. We've got more firewood over here. There's another pile of firewood over there underneath that great big hickory tree. And we've already pulled all the mushroom logs out and taken the mushroom logs over across the driveway into the woods where I'm planning on keeping the inoculated mushroom logs. But anyway, there's the tractor and the wood chipper. Go over here and show you what we got so far anyway. So kind of misleading, hard to tell how big that pile actually is. That pile's probably 3 feet tall by about 8 feet diameter in wood chips. The catch is there's just so many leaves on all this that it's just the chipper's kind of struggling with it because the leaves have like really low mass, and so when it's running through the fan, or not the fan, but inside the rotor inside there, the leaves don't really have a lot of momentum to carry up and go out the chute. And so the leaves are kind of plugging the chute, jamming things up, and as you can see from the rest of the treetops over here, there's just a ton of leaves left on these things. So I think what we're going to do at this point is, I mean, we've already got a large amount of wood chips there. I've already taken 3 big heaped up wheelbarrow loads over to the box beds to start putting them on the walkways between the beds. And so I've done that, but I think what we're probably going to do is we're just going to use on the front of the tractor here, there's a grapple. It's just a giant claw that grabs things. I think we're just going to use the grapple to pick up all of these treetops here and take them over into the woods on the other side of the property, and just because this is all hickory, this stuff will rot in like 1 to 2 years. It'll be totally rotten down to nothing, but it's not really something you want to have in your garden necessarily, because hickory is the same as like walnut. It has a really high acid content to it, so it's not really the best for garden mulch and that sort of stuff. I'm just going to use it around my box beds up here. I'm probably going to put it around my blueberry bushes and those sort of things. But anyway, you know, the wood chipper worked really good whenever you had logs that didn't have a whole bunch of leaves on them, and it was chipping stuff up to, you know, it's rated for up to 4 inches. We were doing things that was, you know, 2 inches and smaller for the most part, but I mean, it did pretty good. It's pretty interesting to see. I just don't know really, I don't know if we have a large enough use for wood chips around here on a regular basis for me to justify buying one. I don't know, we'll just have to see how this pile goes, see what we do with it. Anyway, I think I'm about done for the evening. I am hot. It has been a hot day today, and we were out here just dripping wet with sweat, just all of us just soaked all the way through. So we're in the shade now, feels a lot better, but I think I'm gonna call it quits. I got to get in here and get some stuff done. Tomorrow I think we're gonna try to start digging some potatoes. Actually, I think that's the plan anyway, but we'll just see what plays out tomorrow. So thank you for coming along. Thank you for watching. This has been another little bit of a unique episode here. Not so much garden related, but farm and things that go on around a farm. You know, a lot of things you may not see on other channels because, you know, this is just one of those things that you have to do that a lot of people probably or may not realize gets done. So, especially when you got a build project like a barn going on. So, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you would please go in and hit that subscribe button, and you can hit the bell to be notified every time we release a new video. So, thank you. Have a wonderful day. God bless.